my first time getting these bitches while I'm alive, you hear me?
How to give it to you while you here?
Main bang,
You know, we flying high together.
we was all dead people, huh?
I believe that. Where that bitch pouring it?
Oh, and you know who I'm talking to. I got your last page deleted.
Yo, what's happening, fam? Your boy is back with another breakdown. And let me tell you right now, this ongoing conflict between NoCap and NBA Youngboy is about to turn seriously lethal. This isn't your standard, typical industry beef. This is deeply personal. This is a case of family turning against family. And when you have two young men from Alabama, both with absolutely nothing to lose, going after each other so aggressively, someone is genuinely going to get hurt. NBA Youngboy recently started mocking the situation, basically suggesting he's too old to rap now, after NoCap just fired the most insulting subliminal shot I have ever heard in my life. But hold on, let me walk you through this entire scenario from the very beginning, because this history is far more complex than what you're currently seeing circulating on social media. To understand how they reached this dangerous point, we need to rewind to when NoCap was just another hungry, aspiring rapper from Mobile, Alabama, fighting to escape the struggles of the streets. This was around 2018, and the young man was hustling hard alongside his friend Rio Rodriguez. They had built up a small buzz within Alabama, but let's be realistic, no one was seriously paying attention to mobile rappers like that yet. But here is where things get interesting, gang. NoCap began forging close ties with two distinct camps simultaneously. On one side, you had Lil Baby and the 4PF crew, who were showing him love and discussing signing him. Baby even featured him on Dreams to Reality and was telling people that he had signed both Rio and NoCap.
Two artists that I signed. Two of my artists.
Damn, you are not playing.
A little dude named Rollo and another one named NoCap. They actually hard.
But according to NoCap's own account, that official deal never actually materialized. Baby was simply talking up the idea but wasn't ready to finalize the paperwork yet.
I guess at one point, Lil Baby signed you, or no?
Nah, I didn't sign a Lil Baby. I'm still,
okay.
Yeah, I'm still an independent artist right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not, because there was something about you being Lil Baby's artist, but that's not true.
A lot of people, like, he was just rocking with me.
Why you troll Lil Baby, man?
Man, I ain't really nothing to talk about, man.
Did you get the record clear?
Somebody for Rollo?
Yeah.
I really ain't, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, really this last little album, I ain't really tried to. You get what I'm saying? Because it was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was what it is.
On the other side, you had NBA Youngboy and the entire 4KT movement. And this is the moment NoCap made the defining choice that would change his entire life, both positively and negatively. He decided to side with Youngboy over Baby.
Hey man, we in the club, they don't play no Baby, man. Oh, yeah. Everything. When C-Team pull up, man, don't no Baby get played, man. We don't hear that around here. Come on, hear that. Hey man, now it's city, man, when they playing Baby, we cut that shit off.
At the time, it appeared to be the smartest career move he could possibly make. Let me be straight with you all. NBA Youngboy is the reason NoCap became famous. Plain and simple. Before Youngboy gave him that cosign, NoCap was just another rapper with raw talent. But when Youngboy featured him on Out of Here Safe back in 2019 while NoCap was incarcerated, that completely transformed everything. That track blew up, and suddenly, everyone knew exactly who NoCap was. Youngboy didn't just give him one feature and walk away. He welcomed NoCap into the Never Broke Again family, included him on numerous projects, and essentially treated him like a younger sibling. When NoCap found himself feuding with Lil Baby and the 4PF crew, Youngboy and all of 4KT stood firmly behind him. When Cold Hearted Savage started threatening to ban NoCap from Atlanta and take his jewelry, Youngboy's manager immediately jumped into the comments section to defend him. This appeared to be genuine familial affection, or at least that's how it looked. NoCap was succeeding. His career was taking off, and he had the protective backing of one of the most feared crews in hip-hop. Everything seemed perfect for the young artist. But here is where complications began to arise. And this involves some intense street politics that many of you might not fully grasp. When you choose to align with NBA Youngboy, you don't just gain his powerful cosign, you also inherit every single one of his beefs. And Youngboy is in conflict with almost everyone in the industry. The first significant public crack appeared when people assumed NoCap was disrespecting Lil Durk. Now, Durk is one of Youngboy's chief rivals, so if NoCap was truly taking shots at him, that would have perfectly served the 4KT agenda. But instead of riding with the beef, NoCap quickly went on social media to clarify the situation. He explicitly stated he was not dissing Durk, and that they maintain a mutual silence regarding each other. From Youngboy's perspective, this probably looked incredibly weak. Here was his artist, the one he made famous, publicly claiming he had no issue with Youngboy's biggest enemy. That's simply not how street loyalty works, gang. When you're family, your enemies are supposed to be the same enemies.
I usually see if his ain't all moving together, they usually fall apart. Because, sometimes what happens is when you're not around the team, it's getting...
Fast forward to a few weeks ago, and this is the moment everything truly collapsed. Someone on Twitter suggested to NoCap that he needed to release more music with Youngboy. Now, any other artist would have replied with, "Yeah, we've got some fire tracks dropping soon," or a similar deflection. But NoCap responded with something that completely set Youngboy off. He essentially stated he wants to achieve success independently so that no one can ever claim his popularity is solely due to Youngboy. He added that they could collaborate on music later, but for now, he was focused on building his own personal brand. Listen fam, that was the absolute worst thing he could have said to NBA Youngboy. This is the guy who gave you fame, put you on the map, and protected you through all your conflicts, and you just essentially told him you no longer need him. That is profoundly disrespectful, and Youngboy made sure to let him know about it immediately. What transpired next shocked everyone who was following the situation. Youngboy used the Never Broke Again Instagram account and completely tore NoCap down. And I mean utterly destroyed him, gang. He wrote, and I quote, "UAD_worker. You ain't my brother, you pay me." That is, some ice-cold betrayal right there. But he wasn't finished yet. Youngboy declared they wouldn't be making music together because their relationship isn't that friendly anymore. He then called NoCap broke and said he would require payment for future features. But here's the part that ratcheted up the disrespect significantly. Youngboy claimed NoCap only connected with him because he was hot at the time, but when the conflicts became real, NoCap allegedly refused to even take a picture with Quando Rondo. He essentially branded him a fake friend who only stuck around for the benefits but refused to stand loyal when things got dangerous. Then Youngboy truly went for the jugular. He brought up how NoCap had clarified his name when the internet thought he was dissing Durk, stating that it proved NoCap was scared and lacked real conviction. He wrote, "You the same kid who had to clear that name when the internet made it seem like you dissing, and publicly shamed him for attempting to remain neutral in an ongoing war." But wait, it somehow gets even worse. Youngboy made a comment that I cannot even repeat directly on this platform, but let's just say he spoke about committing extremely inappropriate acts toward NoCap. That's the moment you know this feud moved far past a business disagreement and became deeply personal, because that kind of insult is impossible to recover from. NoCap did attempt to respond and defend his actions, stating he had remained loyal to Youngboy for 3 years and consistently showed him support. But compared to the nuclear attack Youngboy launched, his defense looked weak and inadequate. After Youngboy's outburst, people online started digging, and they unearthed some old Facebook posts from NoCap that made everything exponentially worse. Back in 2017, before his career had taken off, NoCap was actually a critic of Youngboy. He wrote that he couldn't stand listening to Youngboy for 30 minutes, and that if anyone claimed Youngboy was better than Kodak, he would slap their mother. So now it appears NoCap was a former critic who only started aligning himself with Youngboy once it served his career interests. That is a manipulative move, and it explains why Youngboy was so enraged by the entire situation. Now, fast forward to this current week, and NoCap has been lashing out wildly across social media. He has been going off on his girlfriend, Somalia Marie, calling out Chicago Heidi, and essentially feuding with anyone who dares to mention his name. The young artist stated he's on his Thanksgiving break and has time for every challenger right now. But here is the truly shocking part. The part that could make this beef turn deadly. Yesterday, NoCap posted a tweet that sent shockwaves throughout the entire hip-hop community. He wrote, "If you 23 years old, 3 years from now, you will be an uncle or auntie in this new generation." Now, superficially, that sounds like a random commentary on how young people today view age 26 as old. But here is the thing, gang. NBA Youngboy literally just turned 26 last month. So, when NoCap refers to 26-year-olds as uncles and aunties, he is directly aiming that shot at Youngboy, and Youngboy instantly recognized the subliminal. He responded by posting, "I gotta put the mic up. Dang. essentially confirming, he's saying I'm too old to be rapping now. Let me explain why this conflict is about to become seriously dangerous, fam. This is not just a typical rap feud where guys exchange diss tracks and talk trash on social media. This is a deep personal betrayal between two individuals who once considered each other family, and both of them are operating with nothing left to lose. NoCap is fundamentally suggesting that Youngboy is irrelevant and too old to maintain his standing. That is the kind of profound disrespect that gets people killed in the streets. And Youngboy has already demonstrated that he does not tolerate disrespect. Remember his graphic comment about doing inappropriate things to NoCap? That is not standard beef language. That is raw personal hatred. Furthermore, both of these men hail from Alabama, where disputes are often settled with a different kind of intensity than in other regions. Both have dedicated crews. Both have access to firearms. And both have reputations to fiercely defend. When you combine all these factors with the sheer level of disrespect that has been exchanged, it's highly likely that someone is going to get hurt. The bigger issue here is that this entire situation exposes how toxic the music industry can be, especially when street politics and business interests clash. Youngboy propelled NoCap to fame, but he also expected absolute loyalty in return. When NoCap attempted to distance himself and establish his own separate brand, Youngboy interpreted it as the ultimate act of betrayal.
Yeah, I'm still an independent artist right now.
Okay.
Now you have two talented young black men who could be earning millions together, but instead they are likely headed toward a deadly confrontation fueled by wounded pride and disrespect. It's the same tragic narrative we have witnessed unfold far too many times in hip-hop history, and it never concludes positively. Right now, both sides are exchanging veiled threats and aggressive comments on social media, but mark my words, this will inevitably escalate beyond online posts very soon. When you have this degree of personal animosity and deep-seated disrespect, it is only a matter of time before someone makes an irreversible move. NoCap is currently lashing out and appears completely disregardful of the potential consequences. Youngboy has never been one to shy away from conflict, and he has already proven he is willing to stoop to extreme levels of disrespect. Both men have crews who will fiercely defend them, and both are in a situation where backing down would fatally damage their street credibility. The streets are observing closely, the fans are choosing sides, and the tension is mounting daily. This beef is on the brink of becoming deadly, and I sincerely hope both of these young men recognize what they stand to lose before it is too late. You all need to stay tuned because this story is far from resolution, and when the smoke finally clears, someone's career, or worse, someone's life, might be permanently finished. That is the uncensored truth on this NoCap and NBA Youngboy situation. Gang, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this entire mess, and please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive content. Until next time, stay safe out there, because these streets are playing for keeps.